Hello and welcome to another edition of Cruising with the Coaches, a conversation with Julie and Lee. Julie, well, first, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I know every time I say that, I know you're like, oh, what's he going to say now? What is he going to.
No.
I was going to start the show with a song, but
Oh,
I'm not sure I should do that because I don't think our audience would appreciate my voice or lack
uh,
thereof with a
gotcha.
song.
Okay.
And you know what? It's not worth the lawsuit. So
Mm,
so yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. But
okay.
before we get into talking about today's topic, working 9 to 5. Okay, I said it. I feel better. I feel better. But before we get into that, um, just how's everything going? Like, summertime, you all good? Have you gotten pool time? Have you gotten all your yard work done? Everything good?
Oh yeah, everything's good.
Good, 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 good. Because yeah, no, it's hot. So
It
let's just
is.
say that
Yeah.
it's a little warm.
Yeah. We're under heat advisory right now, so
Oh
mm,
damn.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Doesn't work. So if you are under heat advisory, I guess that means you should stay home from work. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
terrible. So that was bad. But this is what we're talking about today. The 9 to 5 job gets in the way. And you're like, yeah, Lee, that's obvious. So let's jump in. This is from yourtango.com, article written by Nia Tipton. Excuse me. And there's been this debate going on forever whether it's necessary for most employees to work a 9 to 5 from Monday through Friday. And it's gotten more heated in the recent years as people strive to find more freedom and flexibility. Many workers said that they think another model, like a 4-day work week, would actually increase their productivity. Yamna Irfan, an entrepreneur and former corporate worker, highlighted this very point in a post that she put on Threads. She said, my corporate job made it difficult for me to do basic everyday things that every human needs, and I had accepted that as my normal. So as we come back out on camera here, now you guys know what we're going to talk about. Um, just want to ask you, how do you feel about that? About the 9 to 5 getting in the way of some basic needs?
I mean, it's completely true. I mean, it's like raising children. How do you raise children while you're working a 9 to 5?
Oh
Um,
man,
that is talk about basic need.
that's
Basic
that,
need of raising children. Like,
I'm
you
not
want
even sure that one made the list, and it should have.
and it probably did because it's never a
Just never thought
priority.
about that way.
They don't think
Yeah,
about it, you know?
yeah, that's
And
true.
it's the idea that, oh, they want people to raise children. They want the population to continue to grow and blah, 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 blah,
Right.
yada, yada, yada. But they don't think about what that takes. So if a mom, because let's face it, it's usually the mom, but
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
if
That's fair.
if she's supposed to be, she's working and taking care
Mhm,
of the children, and then you're
mhm.
talking about daycare costs. So if half of her
Oh,
salary is going towards daycare costs, what's the
mhm.
point? So yeah, I
Or
mean,
or let's flip that script, right? Just with this scenario, let's say it's a stay-at-home mom, right?
mhm,
And they want mom to raise the kids. By the way, this is not what we believe, you guys, that we're not talking about roles. We're just talking about 9 to 5 getting in the way, just so we're clear. But if there's a partner that is working and there's a stay-at-home mom, that is also hampering because depending on where you're living in the country, right? Is that one salary enough to support that family that's at home?
correct.
So if it's not, then what do you do? Right? Because as you mentioned, the God, I'd have PTSD from daycare,
Oh
daycare
yeah.
costs. But if okay, if you then need to start getting a second income, or God forbid you want to, you know, also work from home while you're raising your kids, right? What are the dynamics there? And how much does that get in the way of what you're trying to never even thought about that perspective, by the way, and but raising kids, because the 8 things that we're gonna talk about, that wasn't one of them.
That wasn't one of them because
No,
it's not a
no.
priority.
Well,
Oh,
I also wonder if, what's her name? Zamna Irfan, I think. I wonder if she has kids or not. Hmm, interesting. So, let's jump into it. The first one, is not about raising kids, but this is working out. So, Irfan said that she, along with so many other full-time workers, knows that regular exercise has the power to improve physical health and mental well-being. But there's often no time left over after working all day. Also, this comes from Mayo Clinic, excuse me, that the general recommendation for adults is to get 150 minutes of moderate exercise each week. That's 150, 150 minutes. That comes out to about half an hour for 5 days a week, which doesn't sound like a huge commitment, but it can be if you're hard squeezed for time, especially when you're already limited on time. As we come back out on camera, any thoughts about that? The first thing that a 9 to 5 gets in the way of.
I mean, it's true. I mean, and the fact of the matter is, if you have, and I had been in this position before where
Mhm.
I actually had someone who had worked with me who actually had like self-esteem issues because of weight.
Mm,
And so if you can make it as an incentive, like, hey, if you want to go do some walking around lunch and, like, and
sure.
if you
Help
want to
promote
turn
some
your
of
half
the
hour lunch into an hour lunch by going for a walk, I completely am on board for that. Like, I don't have a
mhm.
problem with that. But you have to have a boss who's willing to be okay with that. You know what I mean?
Yes. I was
So,
gonna say, because if you turn that half-hour lunch into the hour, do you then have to stay another half hour
yeah,
later?
no, and
Or how flexible are they gonna be with that? Yeah.
exactly. Or I've also known people because I know a mayor who did the same thing. Like, he built, not built, but
Mhm.
he had an area turned into a fitness area and said to his people, like, because, the endorphins and what have you that are
Yeah.
all involved with exercise, he wanted to see the morale, come back for his people. So he was just like, hey,
Nice.
this is what I want from you guys. If you guys could do this, and I think this will help, and what have you. And,
Mhm,
you
mhm.
know, barely half of the people took him up on it. But he was like, it would be part of your work hours. He was like, I'm not taking
Right,
time away. I want
right.
you to use it. But like, so
Well, I
it's a
think
catch
people
22.
y and people are conditioned, right? Like, I work a 9 to 5, so I need to be stuck here. It it reminds me, some of the fitness classes that I teach, right? They're at 12 noon specifically for people to take the lunch break so they don't have to come into the office early, they don't have to stay late because, all right, they already got a long commute as it is sometimes.
Mhm.
Um, but I think about that as well. I try to go ahead and it's not doing, HIIT workouts, right? But it's
Right.
giving them full body workout so that, okay, you also have some time to shower before you go back to work. That's kinda important. But, you
Or at
know
least
what?
you hope it
Yeah,
is.
I'm
I'm
not
just
gonna
saying.
speak for everybody. It might be, it might not be a priority. I don't know. That's we're not here to
You
judge.
hope it
Not
is. You hope it is.
we're not here. All I know is my job is I get their workout done so they have the time to do it. Whether they do it or not my job. Not my
Right.
job.
Right.
Oh, all right. Number 2 on the list, is being present for breakfast. If you've ever found yourself scarfing down a quick breakfast while commuting or even at your desk, you're not alone. Irfan has been there too, and she sees a lot of value in actually being able to be fully present in that moment instead. Breakfast has long been called the most important meal of the day due to the way it boosts focus, energy, and metabolism. There's no rule that says you have to be mentally present for breakfast, but doing so at any time decreases stress. All of those things are really beneficial as it's taking a moment in the morning to pause before your busy day starts. Hard to do when you're rushing to work. So, any thoughts about breakfast?
I've just seen how, I mean, everything you do anymore is just a quick granola bar, a Pop Tart, and everything is just fast, shove it in your mouth and keep it moving, and I
Exactly.
think that's,
Yeah. Uh,
I'm not a breakfast person, so I'll be the first to
well,
tell you.
well, that's kind of why I was asking because I knew that, but I would have.
Yeah.
But I think we can kind of turn this not just about breakfast, right?
Yeah.
If you're not a breakfast person, cool. Again, we don't judge
Yeah.
sometimes, but we don't. Yeah. But I think it's about maybe pausing or taking that moment so that you can kind of slow down for the rest of the day. I think that's what's more important, kind of de-stressing, you know? So, um, and it depends. I I am a breakfast person. I've kind of gotten away from it with the change in my role and what I do, but there's nothing wrong with like a good couple eggs, whether scrambled, sunny side up, some couple sausage links, a nice cup of coffee, like and enjoy it. I'm not trying to make it to breathe it up just to say I ate. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So
Yeah, I mean, I like the meal. I'm too nauseous in the morning, honestly.
yeah.
It's just not usually my deal.
I was saying it doesn't work for everybody, for sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for everybody. But we're not here to judge, or are we? Number 3 is cooking. So Irvin mourned the fact that her corporate job got in the way of spending time preparing and enjoying nutritious meals to fuel her body. People who cook their own meals are more likely to eat healthy, which improves overall health as well. But when someone gets home from a long day of work, the last thing that they want to do is go through the steps of that are needed to prepare a good dinner. And of course, anyone who doesn't cook and store their lunch for the workday ahead of time, well, they got no choice but to get takeout. So the traditional workday lets people get a lot done, but it seems to be negatively impacting their health at this time. Uh, it, Not much to add there, but I'm going to repeat what you said. It's true.
Yeah.
It really is because you think of 9 to 5. A 9 to 5 is kind of blocking other stuff you could do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it maybe if you 7 to 3 or two, well, see, okay. To be fair, I've never really had the traditional 9 to 5. I've been in
Gotcha.
television, so it's either been like an early shift or a late shift. So I just recently I'm feeling that whole 9 to 5 Monday through Friday thing,
Okay.
but traditionally that's never been a problem because it's like I've always had weekdays off. So it's like, oh, okay. But the opposite has been for me in my career where, oh, you don't work, you working a weekend or working holidays, right? So that's been the opposite for most of my career.
Okay.
Um, so I get where she's coming from with the 9 to 5 gets in the way though, for sure.
Gotcha. See, and my shift has always flowed with whatever, because I always had like evening things and networking things and or weekend things. So
Sure.
if that meant I only worked 10 to 2 on one day or 11 to 7, or like my schedule was always all over the
Over the
place.
place, which is where I'm at now,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it's a flexible,
Yeah. I was
moving.
never 9 to 5. Never.
No, it
Yeah.
it doesn't fit me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. The fourth thing that a 9 to 5 gets in the way of is starting a side hustle. So Irfin's argument about feeling like pursuing a side gig or a passion project while working full time was not just about all the time it takes up. She also pointed out that there's a lot of fear of coworkers or peers judging you. In this uncertain economy, it's great to have a side hustle because it also generates extra income. It can also help develop new skills and network with more people, which can serve as a safety net during a tricky job market. Many people, though, do not feel like they can quite make the gig or the leap to the gig economy because they're worried about judgment from their colleagues. But there could even be more serious consequences because not all employers appreciate their workers running a side business. So that could even result in someone getting fired. As we come back out here on camera, um, any thoughts on that?
I mean, I think if your side hustle isn't competitive to what you currently do, you know what I mean? If it's not,
Yeah, yeah,
I don't think an employer should feel it's I don't know. Every employer, I guess, to each their own. But I'm
yeah.
I've never been someone to feel like I don't want to piss on nobody. You know, like if you know what I'm saying. Like if that's your dream, if what you're doing
Yeah,
for our organization isn't what your destiny is. I mean, like, but whose
I'm
really
not. I'm not
is?
gonna.
You know what I
Hey,
mean? I'm not gonna rain on your parade. You know what I
right.
mean? If like I
Absolutely.
can't imagine that you're gonna retire from what it is that you're doing. I hope you have other dreams and aspirations. You know, like I I would hope. I'm like, I don't want you to think like this is it. This is all you got going on in life. And like,
Well, because here's what we're talking about. We're talking about kind of identity, right?
yeah.
And I think I we can say that we saw the older generation go through this. I could definitely say I saw my dad go through this.
Yeah.
He identified by his job, right? By the 9 to 5. That's who he
Right.
was. And the way I look at it, that's just part of what I do, right?
Right.
That's not who I am. And for so long, okay, it pays the bills. Cool.
Right.
But there's other things that that are either passion projects, side hustles. So eh, but to the employer part, I do think and that's I think this fight we're talking about. Employers a lot of time I've worked for both where some employers feel like this should be your identity, right? Like you
Right.
you owe me then. Like I don't owe you that.
Yeah.
But the way I balance it is when I'm there, I'm all in, right?
Yeah.
When I'm there, I'm all in. But when I'm not there, you should not expect me to be all in.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
going to be a choice on how much I dial in or not,
Right.
that
Right.
kind of thing.
Just don't let
Um,
whatever you're doing slide into what you're doing during your
interfere.
hours at work. That's all.
Ex- yeah,
Like, period.
I definitely have separation of church and state. I'm
Yeah.
not going to be working on this while I'm getting paid for you, right? That's
Right.
not. There's a professional etiquette there, I think.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So we got four more to cover about why the 9 to 5 or what the 9 to 5 gets in the way of. But why don't we take a break? And I think I can feel people kind of contemplating their 9 to 5s right now. So we'll let them think about that. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the latest edition of Cruising with the Coaches, Conversation with Julie and Lee. Hopefully, in the break, you did not quit your 9 to 5 because that's not what we're asking you to do. That's not what we're advising. But what we're talking about is how, or there are 8 different things about how a 9 to 5 kind of gets in the way of that, right? And this was from uh, an article on yourtango.com, and this was from a specific person, Zamna Irfin, I believe her name is. So here comes number 5, resting. That's my biggest problem, resting. But anyway, and also on Irfin's list was taking rest days without a major excuse or a reason. Um, So something that corporate culture has instilled in many as unacceptable. Most people working in the private sector get 8 sick days a year plus 11 days of vacation time after 1 year on the job. That puts workers in a tough position when they simply need to take a breather. My slide got stuck. Uh, Taking what's commonly called a mental health day can actually help you feeling burned out or overwhelmed from professional or personal matters. But it can be hard to justify taking a day off just to get some much needed rest when sick days are limited or you need any physical illness you might catch throughout the year. The corporate world often acts like rest isn't a priority when there's work to be done, which is probably why so many people are struggling to keep up with the demands of their jobs. And I want to add that I cannot stop thinking about how you said raising kids at the beginning of the show. It
Yeah.
it's not a corporate priority yet. I'm pretty sure, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that there are women who are mothers in the workforce, right? I'm pretty
Correct.
sure there are.
Yeah.
I don't see why it's a difficult thing to make that a priority.
But I
Um,
mean, it's not even about mothers though. It's about parents.
well,
It's
I was going to say
parents
fathers
too.
too.
So if you're
Father,
talking
yeah,
about corporate,
yeah,
because I mean, so all right, you're working your 9 to 5. Well, how important is it for Sammy to see dad in the stands?
yeah. At
So
least once
exactly. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like we're
without
not
taking a sick day
building
or without taking a vacation day. Yeah,
right.
yeah,
We're
yeah, yeah.
not building a framework that allows for people to want to have families.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
mentality is not there. It hasn't been for a very long time. And then you wonder why people don't want families. There's no
Yeah.
time for it.
Or you
There's
wonder why they don't want families or they don't want a corporate job. Like one or the like they're not gonna go
well,
corporate.
you're
Yeah.
having
Yeah.
to make choices. And if you make the
Right.
choice, then you don't
Right.
want the family. So like,
Right. Right.
duh, like
Or
make it
or
make,
you're
make it make sense.
or you're vilified for it. Like, yeah, I
Right.
want the corporate job and I want to do a family. Like,
Right.
no. There's I believe the company is Patagonia. Makes, all kind of outdoor gear, stuff like that. They are one of the companies that and I won't even say work life balance, right? Like managing work and life and all that. I
Mhm.
think you manage through those things, but Patagonia as a company, um, gosh, if I'm not mistaken, I think they give, I don't know, 6 months, like paternity or maternity leave.
Mhm.
They definitely incorporate life in for their employees, right? They don't
Mhm.
expect them. There's a really good mix of either hybrid work, remote work, or in office work, whatever that role requires, as long as the role is being done properly and productively.
Mhm.
They are all about how you balance your life around that.
Right. Right.
So, shout out to Patagonia, by the way.
That's awesome.
So, going to number 6 here, getting a good night's sleep. A 9 to 5 work schedule can get in the way of getting enough sleep. Irfin personally feels that she needs 9 to 10 hours, excuse me, to function at her optimal level. but there's no way someone could fill that in after working 8 hours and trying to squeeze in things like exercising or cooking. And as we know, sleep is necessary for things like energy levels, memory capacity, but it also provides both the body and the mind the reset they need to function well. People wouldn't be able to work without getting enough sleep, but most work schedules don't make it a priority to do so. Coming back out on camera, I'm sensing a theme here. Priorities. And I think the shameful part is that you're made to choose. Why does it have to be either or, right? Why can't it be and? Why can't it be both, you know?
Right.
Or not just one or the other, but why can't you have it all, right? Why not?
Right.
I mean, if your work is getting done, and I started thinking about this with my team, right? I actually when I changed the shifts that they were working, and there's a lot of built-in overlap, right? Because I've been in their seat. I've been in their chair.
Hmm.
And some of the guys got a long commute. That's fine. And it's not ideal some of the hours that I'm asking them to work, but there's been times where, hey man, I gotta do this. Okay, cool. There's a 2 hour overlap, so just be here by the time other person needs to leave, right?
Okay.
Flexibility, right? Because
Right.
I understand life happens. So, okay, yeah, no, you need to show up on time. Like we're not punching the clock here. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
and there's somebody already there. So again, I did flexibility because there's going to be a time when something does happen. You know, so
Yeah.
let's just be flexible here instead of nope, nope, be here at 12, nope, be here at 2, be here at 4. Like, come on, that's not the thing. Um, but I know that wasn't even about sleep. So
But I mean, also there are jobs where you have swinging shifts, like so, like you might work 2 to 10, then you got to be back at work at 8 o'clock the next morning. So like
it's terrible.
some
Yeah,
people make it work, that's your job. So
yeah, yeah. Well, I used to do overnights,
yeah,
and overnights is completely. Um, I won't call it terrible for your health, but it is terrible for your health. It's the opposite of the circadian rhythms that we used to have. When not doing corporate 9 to 5 jobs. But
yeah.
I don't get off my soapbox about 9 to 5s. And and we'll move on to number 7. So participating in activities that improve mental health. Society makes it feel like there's nothing more important than the work you do, but there really is so much more to life than just your job, as we were just talking about. For example, Irfin noted that the importance of allocating time for activities that promote mental well being, such as meditation or therapy, or getting coached to improve a new skill set. Something as simple as having a hobby has been proven to make people's mental health better. But there's no time to do something like gardening or painting when your day is ruled by your work schedule. Combining work hours with all of those things are absolutely necessary to do at home means there's no time left to do other things, no matter how beneficial that might be. And that's basically what we've been talking about, right? Like,
Right.
how are you going to get everything else done if the 9 to 5 is right in the middle of everything? Um, even if employers were like, "Hey, do a split shift, right? Work 7 to 12, then you're off from 12 to 4, then you work 4 to 8, whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why is that not a thing? You know? Do people? Well,
Yeah.
would they come back at 4?
I guess it just depends on what it is that you're doing. Like, what's your job?
Yeah,
Like, is it
yeah.
feasible? Does it make sense? Like,
I
I
guess
don't
that's
know.
part of it too. Yeah, it I guess it does have to fit the job. And if we're
Yeah.
talking corporate jobs, I know the going thing is always 9 to 5, right? 9 to 5.
Right.
But we're in such a global market these days. Like, is there really a 9 to 5, or could I work, 4 to 10 because now I can liaise with our office in X country? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there's those kind of things. So, um, yeah. Any thoughts about? We got one more, but any thoughts about the number 7? Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
other than priority,
I guess it's traditional. I mean, 9 to 5
yeah,
is the traditional hours, but I mean,
right,
I think if you were to talk it through with whomever, I'm sure you can get it to be whatever, 7 to 3 or 8 to 4, or whatever you might
yeah.
need it to be. Especially when you've got, again, I'm always going to bring it back to kids because you got kids
Drop,
you got to
drop,
take to
drop off and
school,
pick up.
drop
Be
off,
like,
pick up. Like, I mean,
yeah.
like you said, I'm assuming she doesn't have kids because
Well,
when
after
they
hearing,
become your universe, your whole life changes.
I'm telling you said that at the beginning of the show. I was like, I don't
Yeah,
think I was mentioning any of these 8 points.
no, because I mean
These
that changes your whole universe. Like seriously.
100%. Because we can put it this way. We should have said the show was either the 9 to 5 or kids get in
Yeah,
the way of
yeah, because they change everything for
because
sure.
try doing any of these 8 things, and I know we haven't done number 8 yet, but try doing any of those with kids, right? Like,
Exactly. Ain't happening. It's not happening. No.
oh man, number 8. Yeah, starting a business. Starting a business obviously is not necessary or even the right choice for everyone. But Irfan said that it can lead to unparalleled freedom and fulfillment. Fulfillment. This is something that she personally found true through her taking the leap of faith herself. So clearly, yes, she's an entrepreneur and she did that thing. But while there are a lot of benefits that come with being an entrepreneur, like having control over your career, excuse me, or being able to earn more money, it also comes with a downside, like increased stress. So it's a decision that should be taken seriously. If someone dreams of being a business owner, it's very difficult to do. So in the very difficult to do so in the little time that they have available around their full-time work. The irony is that starting a business can give someone more flexibility in the long run, which could lead to more opportunities to do many of the basic things that the 9 to 5 takes out of their life. But they can't get there if they have no time to even chase their dreams. With a demanding 9 to 5 workday, it can be difficult to find even an ounce of time for yourself. Many people feel the need to dedicate every hour to work. And once it's finished, the only thing they want to do is disassociate and bed rot. Sorry, for the rest of the night. This means a lot of important things get neglected. So as we come back out on camera here, excuse me, um, your thoughts on starting a business or just wanting to bed rot?
I mean, after what she even said about us, a side hustle, like how you even think about having your own business? Like, but
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, literally though, in this time and like I don't know, I guess everybody's different. Like
yeah,
I'm like that person. Like if I'm already out, like meaning if I'm at work and I'm
yeah,
getting out of work, the
yeah.
last thing I'm doing is going straight home. Like I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm keeping it moving. So the
Right,
whole bed
right, right,
rot
right.
thing, that's not even a possibility for me because I'm keeping it moving. So and I get some people their like mentality is I'm
I
going
just want to
straight
go
to home. I just
home, and
want
I
to go
just want
home.
to.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
want
yeah,
to go
yeah,
home.
yeah,
And I'm like, I guess I'm not built that way. Like for
yeah,
me, it's like I gotta keep it moving. I gotta keep going. And I I don't know why I'm like that. I enjoy that I'm like that, but
yeah, yeah.
that's not for everybody. But like I, to hear her struggle with just a 9 to 5, like I'm assuming she doesn't even have outside relationships. Like she doesn't like it's just it's a struggle. Like
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad that she started the business and found the fulfillment and all that, but I and I guarantee, I don't think at the time of this post that Miss Zamna Irfin, um, had kids, or
yeah,
and maybe she doesn't want kids, and that's
yeah,
cool, and that's it's each their own, that's great.
for sure.
But yeah, there was a huge struggle with her individual, health and wellness with a 9 to 5. Now,
Right,
I agree with that whole business thing too, right? As a coach and the side hustle of the personal trainer, like that stuff's exhausting.
right,
So if you want to do it right, I guess, or do it in a way that um respects the profession,
correct.
there have been times where I felt like, why did I do this? Because now I got 3 jobs instead of one. and and you're like, it's supposed to create freedom and financial freedom and this schedule
Right,
flexibility, and I'm like, I ain't got shit time to do anything else. Like, what the,
right.
you
But
know? Yeah,
if you're already feeling exhausted, I was exhausted with her exhaustion. Does that make sense? Like I felt so bad. Like I
yeah, yeah.
I
She needed a mental health day for sure.
yeah, for
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
sure. So like
yeah,
if you're already exhausted out the gate, like
yeah,
wow, like
yeah.
maybe a 9 to 5 is just not ready. You're like is not you. Like so maybe the business is where you needed to start.
And that's actually a great point, right? It's like trying to put a square peg in a round hole. Maybe that
Exactly.
was not the fit to begin
That's
with.
not who you are. Like period.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you got to make a post about 8 things that are getting in, or you can't do from your nine
Yeah.
to five, and none of them are children,
Right.
or wait, or friends. None of it was even being with friends.
Say
So
anything about being social. Yeah, she didn't even say anything about being social.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, I wonder. You know what? The article didn't say is what she does. I don't know what her business is.
Oh, yeah, well, I wonder what that yeah, that would be
That would be
interesting.
in.
That would be
Is
that's a good dissect. That's some I would like to
I I hope she's not.
dive into that.
Could be OnlyFans. That
Yes.
allows freedom.
Then she should have plenty of time. She's had all kinds of time.
Oh, I'm going to a special place for that. That was wrong. Zamna Irfin, if that's not your business, I apologize. That was just a joke.
That was just a joke.
Send all your panned email letters to, yeah, send them to her.
No.
Not
Oh, no, no. No, but, yeah, like I said, like, she just it just sounded very exhausting, and
yeah.
maybe and I know that's it's also could be a generational thing too.
I was
So,
thinking the same thing. I was like, is she
I don't wanna
emotional?
I don't know. Shh.
I,
Don't do that.
I
Don't do
whispered.
that.
No, no. It's just a question. Just a question. That is, remember, we don't judge, so that was not a judgment. I was just wondering. I'll, you know what? I'll maybe ask our research team to see if they can find more
I can Google it.
information. Yeah, and see what business Zamna Irfin does. So
Yeah, 'cause,
yeah,
yeah,
we'll
'cause
report
there was still a lot that was missing from that, 'cause there was no social, there
none,
was no
none.
yeah. So I would be interested to
There was
find out.
no, and there was no time. Yeah, like I get those are the basic things,
Right.
but man, there's more to life than the basic things too. You know,
Exactly.
there was no
Exactly.
travel. There was no. So yeah, sorry, that's a whole nother show now. There we go. Yeah. Well, we hope that you guys are not struggling like that for your 9 to 5. But if you are, maybe it's time to reevaluate and see what you can fit in, or talk to your employer, or maybe start a business. There you go. But we're not promoting OnlyFans. So we have appreciated you being on here with us. If you want to catch more episodes, right there, Spotify. You can go to Spotify, search Live All Good, and you'll find Cruising with the Coaches. Go back, catch some old episodes, and see how hilarious and favorite hosts are. We are your favorite hosts. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah. But if you don't like Spotify, you can go to our home there, YouTube. We got all the old episodes, some funny shorts. Check it out. And for those of you who are on Facebook and still like Facebook, Cruising with the Coaches, we got a Facebook page. Check it out. We got clips, got something for everybody. So until next time, Lee and Julie signing off.